sun is rising, the fishermen are coming out, and it is the sound of Te Marche behind me because they've got a cage with birds in it. Don't ask me why, but this is it. This is where we say goodbye. On this episode of Across All Borders Going West, it's goodbye Boa Vista, last moments and reflections. Oh my god, it was finally coming to an end, and you know how it is when you've traveled, you want to hold on to it so it just doesn't quite end? That was the same thing for me during my final hours in Boa Vista. Saying goodbye wasn't easy at all. I soaked up every last moment of it, taking long walks on the beautiful Praia Estoril. I had fallen in love with this beach. I love beaches that go on forever and don't have a lot of people on it, and oh my god. But the cool thing is, I also got to swim in Boa Vista. I didn't really take notice of Praia Diante at the beginning, and then I found out about it, and my accommodation this time around was closer to it, so I took a dip, and that was cool. And of course, walking along the beach, you enjoy the kite surfers and windsurfers dance across the waves, and it's just a picture that you want to hold on to a little bit longer. And as the day came to an end, I wanted to watch that sky get colored by the setting sun, and I did that from Te Marche, and it's a perfect place to do it. So this was one final unforgettable sunset goodbye to Cape Verde. On the next morning, my flight back on the 21st of February 2025, I took one last stroll because I wanted to hold on for as long as I could. I walked down the Fisherman's Street to Praia Diante to the pier, and then I got ready to head off to the airport. I arrived way too early, my fault, but then I had some time to sit down and reflect on the incredible 22 days I had just spent in Cape Verde. This trip was full of unforgettable memories, stunning landscapes, moments I will carry with me for a long time. Come along with me, enjoy my last moments and reflections in Boa Vista before I left Cape Verde. So it turns out the beach actually close to where I'm staying, where I saw people going in, which should have been a clue to me, is the one you can enter. So I hope that, okay, I think I will leave the waterfront, because if I leave the waterfront I'll be able to walk faster back to it so I can enter the water, because here it's way too rough and all the waterfronts have like the red flag. So with Bahia, I just looked at it, you pay 10 euros for the beach chair, but like at the end of the day the money is deducted from what you spent, which is not a bad deal if you could enter the water, because why would I pay 10 euros if I'm not going to enter the water, because that's the only thing that is in it for me, right? I'm not trying to get brown. So for the others, they want to roast themselves and get brown. So yeah, so paying the 10 euros and lying in the sun makes sense for them. I don't want to do that, so not being able to enter the water is a deal breaker for me. So I'm gonna head over to the beach on my end and then go there. And by the way, Hotel Oasis offers that you can use the bar and their pool, so that's another option that I could do. I'm thinking about that. Yeah, so it's 7 euros, which I think is really okay, and I could even write that off from the office, and I think I should. I think for the fun of it I should just do that, because it's going to be warm for a while. So this is the beautiful that nobody can enter, so not actually much beach fun. So this is Diante. Item number 1 on my to-do list was take an early morning swim in Diante. Has been done, and now I'm going to go get some breakfast. So I'll go get some breakfast and then I will walk the coast and then just chill somewhere. God, I feel the grog. I still feel the grog, so I'm hoping that the breakfast at Bowls will do something to suck away all the alcohol.
from yesterday, which was, unfortunately, a little too much. Es hat doch eskaliert. Das war nicht der Plan, aber es hat ein bisschen eskaliert. Last day, Cape Verde, you're killing me. It's my last day. Cape Verde is killing me. But we walk to the cafe and I'll go get something to eat and then it should be fine. I don't know where that one is going. What's that? Ça va? Ça va bien. Huh?
Where are you from?
Nigeria. So,
I like you.
oh, obrigada.
Every day. I'm okay.
Yes,
First
yes.
time here, first time.
Number 2. And today's to do. Get some breakfast. The grog was too much. I'm still feeling all kinds of ways, but I think you know why. It was like sangria, rum, and then grog, which is not a very smart idea, but that's what I did. So today, I am anti-alcohol, like from the bottom of my heart, at least until who knows when. It's a little wet, but I thought I'll get myself some healthy food. I'm gonna try and find out how long it actually is from here to Diante. I didn't put it on when coming, but I have it on right now, so I'm going to measure that. I reckon it should be like 5 or 6, but we'll find out now because I put it on. And we're not going to measure the time because obviously I'm not going to walk very fast, but at least we will know the exact distance afterwards. So windy, it's hard to move. Yo, I just got back 5 minutes on the memory card. Anyways, this is Praia Diante, which is the quieter part of the short beach. I mean, what's quieter part, because the other one is Praia Estoril, which is where most of the water activities happen, so like the windsurfers, kite surfers and everything. And here almost always you can sort of be guaranteed of going into the water because it's much calmer, and I'm going to show you that in a second. I'll show you the restaurant which is on the pier, and I had dinner there and before I went to Salvin Center, and I also had some drinks. I think the first day I came actually, in the afternoon. I'll go in and then I'm going to go back to the apartment and get ready to capture hopefully a nice sunset tonight. So I'll be taking out the big boy, and then I might go to the other place for the live music. It really depends. We'll see how it goes. My main goal today is not to drink any alcohol. I really need to pack and I need to be at the airport at, let's see, 8:30 or something. So I have to make sure that I've already packed tonight. And I'm going to do that. But that's the restaurant I was talking about. Yeah. We've got 3 minutes left. We have to make it count. Okay, if I put it this way from here, we should be fine. So let's go with that. I think. Hopefully it doesn't fly away. I think. Oh, fisherman. I think this angle's relatively okay. We got how many seconds left? Not too much. So that's the beach. And I'm gonna do a spin. And okay, so there's that. I think the short, like this, but you wouldn't get the water. Okay, this is it. Counting down. It's soon gonna be over. This is goodbye, Boa Vista. The sunset was quick. It was really quick, but I had a good spot, so you can watch the sun from Te Marche. It's a good spot to do it, but you have to be quite careful because you might get more than you bargain for. But it's absolutely gorgeous, and I'm going to do a long one now. So we can get ready to go to the airport. Of course, there are items I didn't use. The water shoe, the snorkeling gear I didn't use. This was I could have gone snorkeling in Salvin Set, but I didn't. So obviously I didn't use the gear. My yoga mat I used quite often, to be honest. I guess people would say it depends on what you define as often, but I did use it. Swimming glasses, not really. I'm more or less even grateful that I entered the water, because when I arrived in Boa Vista, I could not imagine that I would ever enter the water in Cape Verde at this time of the year. But there were places where the opportunity arose.
and it was still good fun, and I did it.
Good morning, Boa Vista. In a few minutes, roughly about half an hour, I will be ending my visit, literally where I started it. So I'm going to walk to the pier area and show you, like the port area, and show you that. Bon dia, I'll show you that, and then walk to the pier, take a shot, and then we're gonna come back. Bon dia, come back and change and head over to the airport. But this is it, my people. We are ending this beautiful 21 days on the different Cape Verde Islands in Boa Vista, where I originally started it, and I'm showing you sunrise and the coast of Boa Vista before making my way to the airport. That's more like the portside buildings, and of course the lovely neighborhood dogs are awake, letting us know it's morning. And yeah, let's do this. I cannot stay for long. The young man there, I'm gonna ask them to take a picture, and a few final shots of Boa Vista early in the morning before I head out to the airport. This is like a really big quickie. Yeah, here's a good spot. Let me ask this young man. This morning he helped me take the picture. Obrigado. Muito obrigado. Ciao. So we're gonna head off, and I'll do a quick one at the coast, and then I'll go get my cab, because it's time to leave, and it's time to leave the beautiful island of Boa Vista. I am absolutely knackered. I need to sleep, but I need to get my final shot at the coast before heading off. And that's like a tour car, I suppose, going somewhere. Bon dia. Like a tour. Bon dia. Bon dia. It's like a bus leaving, but why is that guy standing like that? I think he wants to get photographed. Bon dia. So we're going to finish where we started. Oh, that probably would have been a pub where something was happening. I never went into that. So I've learned yesterday, I got dissed yesterday for saying I wanted to go to Queen's Pub. I got really dissed when I was like, okay, fine. I don't see a lot of options, but yeah, you can go to the local pubs. The problem for me with going to the local pubs is I do not speak the language, and most times this turns out, oh, this is nice. This turns out to be frustrating of catching those blissful shots before we leave Cape Verde. Now I have to be careful not to injure myself. I haven't done that the whole time I was here. It would be sad that on the last day I would manage to do that. So we don't want to do that. We just want to get some shots and make our way back. Bon dia. Make our way back to where we're going to, and then it is bye bye. Bon dia. And it's the look that is always amazing, like the swimming and almost wanting to bore you into the ground, which I find not intimidating but rather interesting. So let's go get 2 or 3 pictures at the port, and then go back, change, go home. This is the swimmable beach, Praia Diante, where I spent the last 2 days. I found out not late, but early enough that this is somewhere you can go swim if someone's having a good time. Clearly. And I never went in there. That's a museum. I kind of missed that one out. The only, I'm showing you windsurf turismo, so you know where to go. Praia Diante, Praia de Diante. Okay, let's go to the pier and see if there is anyone. Yeah, there are 1 or 2 people who I can task to take a photo of me. Lovely car. I wonder what's in there. I don't know. I might check it out after, but finishing where I started. Also lovely spot for sunset. I got the sunset there yesterday. Someone complained about the birds in the cage on the German group, and I thought when I came the other day that when they were not there, that okay, make them take it away, but they didn't. Bon dia. They did. They didn't take it away. So this is it. This is a good spot to come eat, to come watch the sunset. You're sitting way over there. That table is perfect. The tables in front here are also great. You get a good view of the setting sun. And now my mission is to find someone to take some photos of me on the pier. But in the meantime, let's finish up where we started. This is Boa Vista in the morning of the 21st of February. Oh, there's some joggers. And I am about to head over to the airport and finish this trip. So let's find someone to take the pictures. I have to find where the spot is nice. I think there. I need someone. Let's go find a paparazzi. A willing paparazzi. We call it quits. Goodbye, Boa Vista. It's time. It's time. Oh, now I'm feeling sleepy. Oh, Lord help me. I am starting to feel sleepy because I didn't sleep that much, and I should have been. If I was a good girl, I should have been sleeping. I didn't party, by the way. I went into someone's private party, which was amazing, and they were dancing kizumba. Girl was tired. I was feeling all kinds of tired, so I was like, respect yourself and go and sleep, which is what I did, but I couldn't really sleep. Don't know why. Either which way, when I walked by this street the first time that I would have the opportunity to stay in any of the accommodations around here, but I did, and it was really cool for getting around. I haven't taken as much taxis as the first place I stayed, which was really cool. So that's awesome. Bon dia. Now I will call James. After flying 3 times in Cape Verde between the islands, I totally got confused, and I should have done my check-in yesterday, because if I did my check-in, then I would have known, of course, that I don't need more than 2 hours for my 2-week flight. But I was just like, okay, I don't want to be bothered about doing the check-in. I'm just going to show up at the airport and do what I have to do. Turns out, and I don't know why I thought my flight was for 11. Turns out 11:45. So one of the reasons why you should check everything. Wait, two week. Okay, so recap. What did we do? Let me count the calendar. So it was 30. No, it was 31st. 31st. Let me go. 31st. 1, 2. So 22 days. Recap: 22 days. Taking flight out. I arrived here on the 31st, and I did not have any picture in mind of what to expect. Not especially the situation of the winds and the fact that it's sort of desert-like. That was not on my mind. But like, it's funny how when you've been somewhere a couple of times, you kind of like feel like, oh, I know it already. So I spent the first 4 days, I think 4 or 5 days in Boa Vista. Then I came to this airport and flew to South Vincent. I really loved Mindelo. I mean, I've kind of gotten the hang of Boa Vista right now, but I loved Mindelo. There was something about Mindelo. It wasn't a big city, it wasn't a small village, and it had enough things going on that you could just kind of like enjoy it. And then Santantau is just crazy. If you are into green, into hiking, into nature, it's a marvel to think about how the villages kind of like are and how they get from there every day and back. It's not there are quite a lot of tourists, but it's not as overrun. I don't know, overrun is like
is like overstating it, but it's not like the way it is here. And I didn't even go to Sal, so I can't tell you. Um, but you do have quite a number of tourists who are hiking, and after doing long stays, I met a lady who's there for 3 months or something. I asked the guide that I had, and he said they have a lot of Swiss, French, Germans, Austrians. They don't get a lot of Americans or British tourists there. And then, of course, Praia Santiago is like it's the huge, the biggest island. So it's more Praia is like what you'd expect of a big city. It becomes a little impersonal where you have to find your own space, your own crowd, and know where you're going. Well, like there's Sucupira, and I think my apartment was just right. I was in Cidadela. Cidadela is kind of like a nice upbeat area in Palmayero, and I could walk from there to the different beach fronts, which is what I did on the first day, and then up to Plato. And then at Plato you have like the different restaurants and eateries and the museum. I actually finally went into a museum, and I did that in Praia. I didn't do in Tarrafel. Tarrafel, they had like sort of like the concentration camp thing you could visit, but I didn't go in there. There's so much stuff to do around Tarrafel, and you could, when you're on your way to Tarrafel, you actually pass Assumada and Serra. And Serra is the national park, so also good for hiking. Pico de Antonia, I think, that's what you call it. That's the second highest peak. So if you don't make it out to Fogo, which unfortunately I did not make it out to Fogo, you can actually hike that. I don't think it's my time to board. But anyway, so if you don't make it out to Fogo and you want to hike the second highest peak, you can do that from your visit to, oh, I see the Tui bus, so I better kind of like maybe proceed to the check-in desk. Although she said 9:45, it's an hour out, so I should be fine. Or maybe it's coming to take passengers arriving. In 15 minutes, duty free should be open, but either which way, I don't know if I should go to the line. I'm tired. I don't want to go stand on the line. I'll wait for the 15 minutes to get my stuff from duty free and then stand wherever, because I don't want to kind of like stand on the line for like forever. Oh shoot, I should have slept. I'm tired. But anyway, I'm gonna get the coffee, get some water, and then getting 2 bottles of grog. We're getting the old and the new. And yeah, I think that's, oh no, I'm not, so they have this papaya thing that they do with goat cheese. Is so sweet. It's so sweet. Now, I tried that in Mindelo. Oh no, that's way too sweet. I heard about the cheesecake, but I never tried it. I'm right about ready to knock over on the table, but I won't do that. So, guys, they got the tallest ones and put them in here. Well, that's the one duty free, and the other one is that one. That's the one where I got my stuff. Those are the ones going to Hanover, and this is Munich. I don't know who's boarding, but I'm waiting to go. So this is bye-bye finally to Cape Verde. Okay, it's time to go. Ciao. Time to go. Wind's there as usual. Let's put this up. That's the plane. I do hope you've enjoyed this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Yours truly, Liesel81.
So